Going green, buying organic at the grocery. What are you gonna do? We all wanna do the best with our dollars. We also wanna do the best with our health and our communities and taking care of our families. It's a big question. We're gonna answer that for you today on Mom Ed Green Living, going green at the grocery store. Hi, I'm Kristen and welcome back to Alexandra Zissu. She's a mom and she's also the author of The Conscious Kitchen and The Butcher's Guide to Well-Raised Meat. You know a thing or two about organic. Why don't you explain exactly what organic means?
I wish I could do that in a little soundbite, but it's harder than you think. The basics is, and it's not just for produce, it's really for everything. You see the milk, you see the eggs here today. It means that the food has not been grown with certain synthetic pesticides that are known not to be safe for humans, safe for the farmers, safe for the earth. It also means that the food cannot be genetically modified, and it's really a way of safeguarding yourself, the farmers, and the earth. It also is third-party certifiable. It's a government standard, and it means that when you're in the supermarket and you see USDA organic, you know that that has been third-party certified to be true, and I like to think of the label as mom's best friend.
So a lot of moms think that if you peel the fruits and vegetables, you're getting rid of the pesticides.
I get that a lot, and I wish I could tell you that that's true, but it's not. And I think what happens is I think a lot of us just don't understand about farming, and I'm guilty too, I'm not a farmer. So when you've sprayed a pesticide, it goes into the roots and up and through the plant, and so it's internal as well as external. There have been some studies that show that some rinsing can minimize what's on there, but you're not gonna get rid of it by peeling it, and you're not gonna get rid of it by washing it.
So buying organic actually is important for a lot of different reasons, but sometimes it can seem to be a bit prohibitive because it might be too expensive. So can you tell us a little bit about how we might want to save money when we're buying organic?
Yes, I have plenty of tips for how to save money when you're at the grocery store and still manage to take home a fair amount of organic. Sometimes people are like, I just can't afford to buy all organic, and I totally get that. So there's this great organization, I'm sure you're familiar with them, called the Environmental Working Group. And every year they make a list based on the amount of pesticide residue found in fruits and vegetables. And they then list it into the Clean 15, which is sitting by you, and the Dirty Dozen, which is sitting by me.
The Dirty Dozen would be apples, celery, strawberries, peaches, spinach, nectarines, grapes, sweet bell peppers, potatoes, blueberries, lettuce, and kale and collard greens.
If you buy organic just for the dirty and don't spend your hard-earned dollars on it for the clean, you can reduce your pesticide intake by 80%. According to the EWG.
So you can choose the best for your budget as well as the best for the planet, and maybe it's not 100% organic,
right,
but you're more organic than not.
Right, and that's a great money-saving tip. The other thing that I also like to point out is you see here on this table a lack of packaged foods. And that really is a good way to save money, that if you shop looking for whole foods, you will save money.
The whole food.
The whole food. If you shop at a local food co-op, sometimes you can be able to buy in bulk, and you can buy your beans in bulk or your rice in bulk. Another great thing to do is to join a farm. I don't know, are you a member of a CSA?
Actually, we have a farm that delivers boxes to our school, and so you get what's regional, what's seasonal, what's local, and it saves you a lot of money that way, and you get like a surprise of like, oh, it's chard.
So that's a fantastic thing to do. I love chard. The other thing I love to do is shopping the farmer's market at the end of the day.
Absolutely, good
What
tip.
farmer wants to take home, bruised stuff, you can totally get it for cheap. Love to do that in August when there's tons of tomatoes. I make tomato sauce, I freeze it for the whole winter. Yep. Totally fun to do with your kid.
All these beautiful fruits and vegetables, you're gonna wanna wash them before you eat them. So let's talk to Sophie Uliano of GorgeouslyGreen.com. She's got a healthy little tip here, and time for Gorgeous. So for fresh fruits and vegetables, how do we keep them gorgeous?
Well, you want to watch out for pesticide residue and dirt and grime, obviously, so very simple. Fill a sink full of cold water, put in your produce, add 1 cup of white vinegar, leave for half an hour, rinse, and you are good to go.
I love that one, and it doesn't smell funny.
No, not at all.
Love that. It's really important, I know, to pay attention to your fruits and vegetables, but what about milk?
Milk tends to be the gateway to organic food for most families. It's certainly, and it makes sense. You're breastfeeding or you're feeding your baby from bottle, it's milk. And then you think about, what am I transitioning them to? That's sort of where most families come into the organic food world, and with good reason.
I am concerned about the hormones in the milk, and I'm also concerned about the way the cattle is raised. So I do try to buy milk, butter, cheese, yogurt. I do try to buy that organic as much as possible. Those seem to be staples in my household. What about organic meat? Is it worth spending your money on that?
Organic meat can be very expensive, I'm not gonna lie. One great way to save money is to go ahead and buy cuts of meat and that you maybe wouldn't ordinarily get. If you're gonna get the main steak that everybody wants, it's super expensive, but maybe you can make beef stew, or maybe you can buy a whole chicken and roast it and use it all and have, you know, chicken for sandwiches the next day. And it's amazing how far you can stretch your dollar.
I know, it's overwhelming. It's a lot. Organic, non-organic, what do you buy at the grocery, what do you buy at the co-op? Really, I think what it comes down to, do what's best for your family. Don't make yourself crazy on this. Buy seasonal, buy regional, buy local, buy what your family's gonna eat and what you can most afford. That's how we're gonna change the planet, one mom at a time. Alexandra, thank you so much for all your ideas and suggestions and your hard work on this endeavor.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you to all of you in the CafeMom community for joining us and learning a little bit more about going green at the grocery store. I look forward to hearing your questions, your comments, your suggestions. Make sure you let us know what you think. Next time on Mom Ed Green Living, the average school kid, 67 pounds of trash per year, just in the landfill, just like that. That's how much my 10-year-old weighs. Really, he's gonna throw his body weight of trash away just in little reusable snack packs.